Assalamu alaikum and hi everyone. My name is Sajera, a midwife and a hypnobirthing instructor of Muslim hypnobirthing. So I'm here to talk a little bit about positioning your baby at the breast using CHIN's acronym. So this is the nipple, and anatomically there are ducts that go back all the way from the nipple into the alveoli, which is where the milk is made and stored. So for breastfeeding to be comfortable and babies to transfer milk effectively, babies need to be attached to the breast correctly. So the acronym CHINS is used to ensure that positioning is right for your baby to get that good attachment. So the first one, the C, stands for close. So baby needs to be super close to the breast, and their arms should be positioned in a way as if they're going to give you a hug. No blankets or anything in between, so they need to be really close to the breast. So the H stands for head free, meaning in order to get as much breast tissue in the mouth as possible, your baby needs to be able to get the head back really wide. So if you try and open your own mouth as wide as you can, your head naturally goes back. If you push your head forward and try and open your mouth, you can't do it because you haven't got that clearance of your jaw. So to support your baby's head, perhaps using a thumb and finger, either one which you prefer, and then you go in a V shape around the back of the baby's head, making sure you don't touch the soft tissue of the head, making sure you don't ever kind of try and manhandle baby using this part of the head. You're going to go from here. What the whole point of this is to make sure you're not restricting your baby's head. So whatever position you decide to use, just make sure that your baby's head is nice and free so they can get that head back and then able to open their mouth wide. I stands for inline. So as you can see, baby's not in line at the minute, meaning the head is here and the body is not in line with the head. What we want to make sure is that baby's ear, shoulder and hip are all in a nice straight line aligned with each other, because we don't want to have baby on their back having to turn their head into feeding, because they're not going to get that big mouthful of the breast tissue, and it's also really uncomfortable. Think about what it would be like for you if you had to keep turning your head round. The other thing you want to make sure is that they essentially are like this on the nipple. So if you think of the angle, like this. The last two things to think about is nose to nipple. So from below the nipple, as you can see, we've all got that groove below our nose and above our top lip. So pointing the nipple against their nose will help them root, and when they do quite a lot of rooting, then hopefully, as long as the head is free, the head will then move back slightly, the mouth will open wide, and that is when you will make sure that baby's mouth then draws into the nipple, as so. You need to be swift in popping them onto the nipple and also observant of that wide mouth. If their nose is squashed due to the breast, bring them down in the direction of the feet slightly a little bit to make sure they're coming nose to nipple. And then S, which is one of the most important parts, which is to do the comfort of the mother, making sure it's sustainable. So whatever breastfeeding position you're using, you're going to be sat there a lot in the first few days. You might even be sat there for long periods of time. So make sure it's sustainable, meaning lots of cushions, your water bottle close by, and any other comforts. Thank you so much for listening. Bye.